Hey, what's up? It's Gabriella Martay here at Helps Too. I want to come through and talk to all y'all people who are like running your own businesses, all you creatives who are trying to make a way for yourselves and reach people. I want to talk to all of you who feel overwhelmed. I'm going to give you some tips. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe. Y'all know how I feel about our content. It is so good. I don't want you to miss a thing. I really, really don't. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We have so much good stuff. So I want to talk about being overwhelmed and how you can overcome it, especially as a professional, someone who's running a business, or a creative that is trying to reach people, which is kind of in essence running a business. So I was driving down the street the other day here in Kansas City, and I was thinking to myself how overwhelmed I felt. I didn't know how to get past it. And then a thought hit me, and it was just like, the reason you are overwhelmed is because you are not being intentional. And it hit me. I was like, that is the reason I'm overwhelmed. And I've actually been there before, so I was like, oh, like you can't just all of a sudden start cruising and expect everything to get done. It doesn't happen unless you're intentional. And I just want to encourage any of you out there, this is as simple as can be. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I challenge you to be intentional. Here's how I am intentional, and I want you to take it and mold it into how you could do something like this. Before the next day starts, I actually get a journal. I have a journal. And before the next day, I write down priorities. And I usually try to do 10 or less. I don't want to overwhelm myself by making a list before bed. It's just, you don't want to do that. So make it simple, write it down, and then the next day, you already know your schedule, and there's nothing to be overwhelmed about. Now, some other tips that I have is I also struggle with saying no to people, or saying yes actually when I really didn't have time to say yes to that obligation. So another thing that I really recommend is a calendar. And then when somebody says, oh, hey, Gabriella Martay, can you do this? I'm like, let me check my calendar. Or you can say, hey, let me check my calendar when I get home. And it gives you an opportunity to say, do I really want to do this? So you get this chance to think about it, and you also get a chance to be realistic with yourself when you pull up your whole calendar and say, whoa, I'm doing a lot. Maybe I don't need to do this. So those are my two recommendations. A list before you go to bed, so when you wake up, you know exactly what you need to do, and using a calendar to keep it real with yourself. You guys, tell me what you think about those things, and if you have any tips on how to stay organized and how to be intentional so that you don't get overwhelmed, I would love to hear them in the comments. I really, really would. Once again, my name is Gabriella Martay here at Helps Too. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in our next video. Peace out. Make sure you subscribe. We here at Helps Too, we love doing videos, and we have some great things coming at you. We have things for writers, musicians, business owners, anybody who really has a project and a heart to reach people. We want to help them do it. So if you are a creative or a business owner, we got tons for you.